Anaphylaxis, allergic reaction. Anaphylaxis for most human players, a bee sting is harmless and just causes minor effects, but for you, the rare super effect of a sting has now triggered one of the deadliest status effects in the game. When bee venom hits your system, your immune response mistakes it for, a massive attack, and your entire body goes into battle. Mode the reaction is instant, extreme, and wildly excessive anaphylaxis. Happens when mast cells suddenly dump out histamine. That's the cue for blood vessels to widen your pressure, to drop in your airway to clamp shut your immune systems, not saving you, it's straight up trying to destroy you from within. Is this game over? Will you fall to a single bee sting? Epinephrine, when used right, is one of the rare items that can instantly reverse a fatal status condition, like anaphylaxis. Inject it in your thigh, and adrenaline floods your body. First, it relaxes the airways muscles around your lungs, loosen and airflow returns fast. Next, it narrows your blood vessels, lifting your blood pressure to safe levels again. Finally, it ramps your heart rate, helping push oxygen around during chaos. Adrenaline cancels out all the scary debuffs caused by anaphylaxis. This single-use chew of it won't cure you, but it may just buy enough time for medics to show up. Cramp, instant stun. Cramp, there's a certain kind of betrayal that only your own body can deliver. You're just living your life. Maybe walking home, maybe lying in bed. When bam, no, you didn't summon. This, you just got ambushed. I mean, cramp, muscle cramp, usually short and harmless, but utterly wrecks you when it strikes. No one actually knows what causes this annoying debuff, some say. It's dehydration. Maybe you skipped your Brondo and your salts are dropping. It's got electrolytes, or maybe you overdid. Or Vinoldax, or maybe you overdid. With workouts or underworked your muscles, maybe they're rebelling after too much sitting, or too many reps, but it could just be that a stealthy mage is tailing you casting stuns for fun, and there's no reliable way to clear this irritating stun lock. You can try stretching or rubbing it out, but often you just wait and pray your body stops glitching like it's cursed good news. It causes zero actual damage, so you'll be fine, but when it hits mid-battle or in sleep, you start doubting your muscle allegiance. Poison. Damage over time. Poison you found a weird consumable in the forest today. It has unknown effects, but you eat it anyway. It even heals you a little. You've been poisoned, just don't know yet. Unlike cramp poison isn't instant, it's a slow status. Debuff working quietly in the background, draining like after 12 to 24 hours you start to realize what's happening. The first signs come on. Subtly lucky you're in a forest, you feel lightheaded and unbalanced like something's off, but you can't name it. Only thing you do know is that the real damage is still coming. The poison's no longer in your stomach. It's in your bloodstream now, circulating through vital systems. Your heart's racing. You feel flushed and dizzy, you chug a health potion. But the effect keeps ticking. Whatever's inside you is stronger than your body's healing rate. Every movement drains more stamina, and your vision starts to blur at the cell level. The toxin is disrupting vital functions. If it's an amatoxin, like death. Cat mushrooms, it blocks your cells from making protein with no protein synthesis. Your liver and kidneys start crashing the toxin. Now goes system-wide once it hits your brain. You music, die hiccups, diaphragm spasm. Hiccups, you're minding your own business. Dining at a nice restaurant went out of nowhere. Your diaphragm starts spasming every 10 seconds, one of the least harmful status effects, but possibly the most annoying and filled with mystery. One theory goes like this. Hiccups are triggered by brainstem signals, electric pulses from deep inside your head. Amphibians have heard enough. Similar signals to move their gills, our own brainstems, descended from amphibian ancestors, still sometimes fire. Those odd signals resulting in hiccups that mimic ancient gill movements. Maybe this is the trick to clearing the effect. Next time you're hiccuping, remind your brain, you are not a fish. I am not a fish, I am human intoxication, drunk mode. Realized you're not a fish. So the hiccups stop, but you're still upset, and you're about to do something dumb and willingly poison yourself. But not just with poison. You gain a new status first called intoxication, which feels amazing. You get joy, relaxation, and warmth. You might think you've unlocked world peace, or that you're now a dance instructor. Alcohol works by suppressing your brain, slowing your central nervous system, and lowering your guard. So if you're shy or introverted, alcohol might make you feel full. Social, bold, and talkative, which explains its popularity at most parties ever. But doing dumb stuff you'd never do sober is not always a win, and like all great ups, they always have a crash. right when you feel migraine. Head crits, as you're walking back from a wild time. Your hangover fades away, but now you gain a different status condition. It feels like you're right back at the bar at your head is pounding like a war drum. You sense a pulse behind your temple. Crosswalk. Beeps feel like explosions, and sunlight is setting your eyes ablaze your brains. Taking crits from itself as a wave of electric activity, travels over the cortex, changing blood flow, and releasing a bunch of fiery chemicals. This cascade starts the migraine storm, dragging your nervous system into hell. Some experience something fight, flight, freeze. You're alone and walking home one night when you choose to take a park shortcut. You've been here 1,000 times before, but the darkness makes it look unreal. Trees seem taller, paths feel tighter. It's tighter. You hear movement and your heart stops. Is that someone or just another tree? You can feel fear crawling inside. Now your senses spike into overdrive mode. Every sound too sharp, every shape too close. Your brain floods with nightmares running worst case. What ifs? Instantly, as if panic could somehow solve this. Then something moves out of the black. What do? Fight, freeze, or run? You don't really pick. Fear decides now and this time. You ran and survived. Fear seems minor, even useful at times, but it hides a dangerous passive skill. It spreads fast. You've heard of a smell of fear before, and it sounds like a movie line, but there's truth behind it. Humans can sense fear via pheromone. Sweat carries it without us. Realizing, researchers gathered 2 sweat samples, one from a skydive, one from treadmill. Volunteers sniffed them in an MRI scan. They had no idea which one was which, but their brains did. Fear lit them up. Amygdala and hypothalamus went wild. They didn't notice, but subconsciously their minds panicked like prey, sensing a predator. This explains crowd stampede. One person bolts, and the fear spreads. No one knows why, but they all flee fast, and fear makes people reckless, volatile. It doesn't need facts to cause chaos. Hypothermia. Freeze. You're trying to build a shelter fast. You've got gear materials and checked your crafting stat. It should be fine, but it isn't. Your skill points feel low. Then you notice a new status effect. You try to walk it off, warm up again, but what you triggered is a creeping lethal effect that won't stop unless you leave this frozen bowl. Environment. Now your body's baseline, 37 degrees, starts falling, and your system reacts. Your blood vessels tighten at the skin, rerouting warmth inward to organs only your hands go. Numb your feet. Slow down your bodies, cutting off limbs to stall. If you've got thick fat, maybe you gain resistance. Some, like the Inuit class, have brown fat that burns into warmth, a kind of natural thermal resistance. But even they can still fall victim. At first, you shiver automatically. Tremors from muscles generate heat. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload. Got thoughts or ideas? Drop them in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.